Verdict, count one, sexual battery. We, the jury, impaneled and sworn in the above entitled cause, do upon our oaths find as follows. Defendant is guilty of the crime of sexual battery and set punishment at 8 years.
What drives individuals sworn to protect and serve to veer down the path of corruption? How does the justice system respond when those who are supposed to uphold the law break it? So, prepare yourself for a thought-provoking journey as we uncover the hidden truths behind the headlines. Number 1. Daniel Holtzclaw. The first is Daniel Holtzclaw. Holtzclaw wasn't a competent policeman. He was revealed to have assaulted multiple women who were residents of the city's low-income neighborhood. He allegedly conducted background checks on women with outstanding warrants or criminal histories and purposefully chose those ladies as his victims. While former police officer Daniel Holtzclaw awaited his verdict, the courtroom was tense. When Holtzclaw was sentenced to 263 years in prison, the victims, cops, and attorneys who had been working on the case for a year and a half felt relief. Number 2. Derek Chauvin. Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin gained notoriety for his role in George Floyd's demise after Chauvin knelt on Floyd's neck for more than 9 minutes while making an arrest. Floyd died as a result. Following the videotaped actions of Chauvin, there were numerous demonstrations against racial injustice and police violence. Chauvin was raised close to the Twin Cities. Chauvin joined the Minneapolis police force in 2001, and in 2008 he was promoted to the position of field training officer. Throughout his tenure on the force, 18 complaints were made against him, but just 2 led to disciplinary action. On May 25, 2020, Chauvin and 3 other officers responded to a report of a person attempting to use a fake $20 money at a convenience store. They came across George Floyd, a 46-year-old black guy, who was sitting in the driver's seat of a nearby parked car. Floyd declared his inability to breathe repeatedly before going unconscious. He expired at the hospital. Number 3, Ingrid Geiger. Next is Ingrid Geiger. Former Dallas police officer Amber Geiger took a position while getting ready for the verdict. As awful as it possibly could have been, she had been unanimously found guilty by the jury on the charges contained in the indictment. Inside the courtroom, no one shouted. Instead, she inhaled deeply and wiped a tear from her eye. Geiger had come off as tough as she left, but when she saw the cameras, she started crying. She was facing life in jail as her family sat on their seats in stunned silence. Yet the day following her guilty conviction, she was only given a 10-year term. After fatally attacking a 26-year-old churchgoer accountant in his own apartment with a gun, which she mistakenly believed to be her own, she would be found guilty. Number 4. Wayne Couzens. After luring Sarah Everard, 33, off a South London street in March, and then kidnapping, raping, and killing her, London police officer Wayne Couzens received a life sentence. It was a crime that prompted demonstrations in Britain and elsewhere, as well as a national discussion about violence against women. People must be allowed to walk on our streets without fear of danger, and with complete trust that the police can keep them secure, Prime Minister Boris Johnson said in response to the sentencing. These were protests against the police officer who had murdered a young woman when she was simply walking home late at night. Number 5. Michael Drro. Former New Jersey police officer Michael Drro set fire to the residence of a police officer who was superior to him. Fortunately, the officer and his family who were inside sleeping were able to flee the flaming house alive. He was accused of trying to kill someone, and others have subsequently referred to him as a monster for his heinous deeds. He received a sentence of 20 years in prison. Number 6. Zack Wester. Former deputy in North Florida is Zack Wester. He was found responsible for drugging an innocent driver who had not broken any laws. Most often, these individuals were stopped for minor traffic infractions only to be quickly taken to jail on drug-related charges. Zack's conduct caused severe harm to 27 distinct victims, who all suffered greatly in this case. Zack appeared in court dressed in his jail garb and using a mask to cover up his emotions. He received a 12-and-a-half-year prison term. That concludes our eye-opening journey through the lives of 6 corrupt cops as they react to life sentences. This video has sparked important conversations about justice, accountability, and the role of law enforcement in our society. If you found this video thought-provoking and want to stay informed about social issues and criminal justice, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring that notification bell.